We can bring people in too.
Okay, are we ready to hit it, guys?
We're ready.
If I just uncheck it?
I got it.
Now it says enabled. We must have done it at the same time. There we do.
Okay, are we all here? I think we are. I see some familiar faces.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Cara?
Yeah, lots of familiar faces, lots of smiling, beautiful faces.
We're so excited to see so many of you here on this special DNA Day.
Yeah, happy DNA Day, everybody.
Hey, peace.
The perfect day for such an announcement.
Yes. Okay, do we want to give them just a few more minutes to see if anybody else is going to join us? What do you think?
Sure. I'm curious if anybody does anything special for DNA Day. I think I need to do like a DNA cake next year.
That's cool.
Did you ever see Allison Larkin's performance of her song DNA?
I don't think I have.
Oh, you have to. You have to. It's great.
I had her in 2010 come to Louisville and do that on stage at the Brown Theater live.
Isn't she great?
She's great and it's hilarious and it's she's quite entertaining.
Oh, I got another idea to go along with Kara's. How about those donuts that are shaped like a double helix, right?
There you go.
DNA
The
cake.
twist. Is that what you're
The
talking
twist,
about?
that's it.
I
like-
love that idea.
Mhm.
And somebody said they hadn't heard of DNA Day, but I think it was in 1952 on this day that they discovered the double helix, the DNA. So that's what
that's kinda
DNA
cool.
Day is.
I have my DNA ring on. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, I love that. That's perfect.
Marcy and Jen, don't you have yours on?
I
Actually,
don't. I have it with me though.
I don't have mine on tonight either.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Hang on. I will go get one. I will go walk into the kitchen.
Well, is Leslie here?
I think she was coming.
Yeah, we need Leslie here.
I was gonna say, I feel like Leslie has to be here. She should be here. I wonder if she didn't.
Let me
Not
shoot her a
turning the
text real
right
quick.
light in here at all.
We have a bunch of people from DNA Angels trying to log in and they are having issues. So they're trying to come in.
They have
Yeah.
to be logged into their Zoom account,
Okay.
whatever their personal Zoom, log in and then they can get in. It was a security measure we had to take.
Okay. Let me tell them that really quick.
And I have on my DNA ring. Thank you, Noreen.
Yeah, I wonder
I
if
just emailed Leslie that link in case she didn't have it. Yeah, I had a hard time getting in too. And it's amazing actually, since my husband who does technology said to me, you know, we're going to have more people attacking the websites. We got to do a better job. And he's right. We've had more Chinese and Russian attacks on websites and things. So I'm almost wondering if there wasn't something like that with our link
there's been some
today.
bad attacks lately.
Mhm.
Hi, Michelle. I'm reading your book. I'm so sorry, Michelle. It's taking me forever to get back to you.
Oh, that's fine. I have till the end of April and I've asked over 10 people to take a look.
Well, I'm loving it. Just loving it.
Yeah,
honey.
it ain't all on you, Alicia, but thanks.
Thank you.
I feel that too. I'm flying tomorrow. It's on my reading for tomorrow on the airplane.
Oh, wow. I'm honored. Wow. Thank
It's
you.
my only quiet time.
Oh, I can relate to that. When I commuted into New York, taking the train every day, that was like my alone time on the train. No kids, no bosses, nothing.
I'm flying to New York tomorrow.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
I live an hour west. Come over.
I'm on vacation, you guys. I'm in the mountains of New Mexico.
Oh, wow.
I'm in the mountains of New Mexico. It's beautiful.
Wow.
It's gorgeous.
Wow.
I guess it's the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina. It's beautiful here.
Well, shall we
So
get
happy to see so many people. Sorry, Cara, I'm so happy to see so many people here. Hi, Kate.
I think we'll start, and if Leslie comes in, great, but Leslie introduced us to NAAP. So she's sort of the glue in this meeting here. I was hoping she could be here, and she thought that we would have so much synergy together and so much in common in promoting everybody's rights and interests in these different communities. And she really thought that together we could combine and do something really fabulous and amazing. And she introduced us to Marcy and Jen and then Beth, and we've had such a great time getting to know these ladies and trying to work on putting together an event that we could both do.
Absolutely. This has been a lot of planning behind the scenes and going back and forth, but we're just really honored that Leslie has introduced us to Right to Know, and we've got to know these two ladies this past year. We're just really excited to let you know what's getting ready to happen. So who wants to give the big news?
Well, I would like to just say one thing. When we first met these ladies, it was just an amazing synergy. And it was as if it was meant to be. I met so many wonderful people, but when we talked with you all, we've now known each other well over a year, I guess, and spoke about different things we wanted to do. And this has been on our plate, and we've been working really hard to get to this point. And we're excited that we are at this point, that we can announce the location, the date. And I mean, I put in that I wanted this to be somewhere in the middle of the country where people can hopefully drive to if they are afraid to fly. Of course, it'll be a big flight for us coming from Seattle for Cara and I, but we're excited to do it. And I came up with the idea of Louisville, Kentucky, and people ask me why Louisville, and I'll go into just a tad on that. That's where I found out that my bio father was born, and I was so thrilled, Marcy and Beth and Jennifer, that you guys were on board with Louisville, and that's where we're going to be having this special event next year. And I'd love for any of the other guys to chime in about the dates and a little bit about what this summit is going to be.
I think summit sums it up perfectly. I love the word summit because we're bringing together the three main communities: the adoption community, the assisted conception community, and the NPE community. And it took us a while to wordsmith, but basically we want to bring these communities together to amplify our voices. We feel like united, we are so much stronger. We want to advance awareness and education about the issues that we face. We want to seek the truth. We want healing. And above all, we want to foster connections and community with each other. So we're really excited to spend 2 days in March. So it'll be March 31st and April 1st of 2023. Mark your calendars. I actually already asked somebody and they already had plans. I thought we were doing this enough in advance. So mark your calendars. We're going to have a lovely Thursday night. We're going to have a schmooze and a get to know and a pre-check-in and lots of fun things happening in the works for Thursday night. And then all day Friday and Saturday, we're going to have a whole bunch of events.
Yeah, so we are, again, NAAP's super excited to be a part of this. We'll be putting out requests for proposals soon and giving you updates as we secure these keynotes. We've got some exciting panels coming up, entertainment. It's just going to be a great, great time. And that is at the Marriott East in Louisville. It's not far from the airport. And actually, it's not far from my backyard. So I love that even more. But it's just going to be a really exciting time to bring these two communities together. And we just need as much participation as possible. And we're just looking forward to building those connections, as Cara said.
And I pulled out some of my books. I don't see Jana there, but I know she'll come. You know, Baby Makes Three. I don't know if Peter's on, but I'm sure Peter will be there. I see Leanne, definitely. Of course, we will invite Libby. There's so many authors out there we can't wait to meet and hang out with, not to mention all the fabulous podcasters. And of
Yes.
course, you'll be able to meet your angel, right, Laura?
That's right. We will be there. We actually have some plans surrounding what you're doing next year. So yes, we will be there.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to see all the angels. Several angels are here on the call.
And I brought some other books with me that I don't know if some of you guys have heard. Raceless. I don't know if you've seen her story, Georgina Lawton. She's an ethnicity change like me. If you haven't had that happen, I'm definitely going to try to invite her. And this woman, white like her, she also is an author I've been working with a lot. So I'm excited to maybe have her. So if you guys have authors or podcasters or anybody that you want us to invite, Marcy and I are up for asking anybody, right, Marcy?
We are. What we also, Jen, you want to, is Jen still with us? Oh, there she is. Okay.
Yeah.
Jen, you want to talk a little bit about our Facebook page, our joint Facebook page, just a little bit about that. So we're going to make that go live soon.
Yes, so there is a Summit Facebook page. So it's Untangling Our Roots. And you can also find us on Twitter. And I'm not sure how far we've gotten setting up Instagram and everything. And then the Twitter handle is Roots Summit 2023. Just put in the chat. So you will be finding us in a lot of different places. So whatever platform you use, you'll find us there. If you can't remember, you can always go to our Facebook page. We'll have posts out there and direct you to our conference page. And I'm sure if you are coming here as somebody who's been following NAAP and aren't familiar with Right to Know, can one of you ladies drop in your website and that kind of information? You definitely want to follow them on social media. It's a community that we are so grateful to know, because until you get to know them, you do not realize how much overlap there is and how much power there can be in bringing our two communities together.
Definitely Laura will, and we will invite Christina, and I know Jody will be there as well, Jody Rubb. So that's I love that Laura was asking about the podcast Sex, Lies, and the Truth. Of course, Eve Sturgis, Heidi Marble, the two DNA story, Lily and Alexis. Lots of invitations going out to everybody's favorites. But it's so easy to miss somebody. So please reach out to us and let us know who you want to see too.
Anybody have any questions that would like to take themselves off mute at this time? And please,
I know you are looking forward to hanging out with each other for a few days. I am. I can't wait to meet everybody in person. Darn COVID.
So what I envisioned when I kind of heard a little bit about this was a roots tech for our community, for MPEs. So I'm going to assume, there's going to be booths so that different vendors can set up and we can do meet and greets with different people within the community. I just thought this was such a good idea when I finally understood what it was. And Summit is actually the perfect description for what you guys are getting ready to do. I am so excited for next year and being a part of that, just to participate in it, just to be, in the audience, if that's the only thing we do. That it's just great. And I cannot wait to go. I'm more excited about this than I've ever been about Roots Tech, because this is about our people and this is what we do. Roots Tech's about genealogy and family research. That's part of our science that we use, but this is about the people that we represent and support.
Laura, I see you have your hand up. Go ahead and ask your question.
Do you guys have a cost yet, or when tickets will open and the money will be due?
Anybody know that off the top of their head? I'm on my cell phone. I know I have a spreadsheet.
We will be opening. We have a website. It will be Untangling Our Roots. That's the name of our conference. And the website will be untanglingourroots.org. So we do have that. It'll probably take me a little bit of time to get the website up and running. I think we were talking about having tickets early summer, if I recall correctly. And we want to give people, there will always be scholarships available. We don't want somebody to come because of costs. We also want to let people pay over time if they need to do that. We want to make this available to everybody to ensure that nobody gets left behind in that. And if you want to volunteer, we're going to give a little discount to people who volunteer. So we need lots of people to help make this a great event. So that would be great. Thanks, Cassandra, for liking the Facebook page. That's a great idea. And you can follow us. We are on Instagram and Twitter, same handle that I put in there.
Thank you.
Hi, Alexis. So glad to see you here. I was mentioning your podcast before you came on. We're hoping you'll join us in Louisville.
Yes, I hope to be there. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And the pricing should be similar to what you guys are used to. I think Marcy and I are trying really hard to keep the price down. So we're really excited. We'll have breakfast and lunch every day will be included in the price. And we also will have you'll be able to get a digital version of the conference. It won't be a recording of the live, but just a digital version of all the material. So you can watch it later. That will be extra, of course. And then we're hoping to also have a significant other day. So you can bring your significant other and they can have a day. Leslie's husband hopefully will be working with us on that. We want to make sure that they are also included. I know my husband's excited to go to, I want to say it right. Am I saying it right? Louisville? Is that right, Alicia?
Yeah,
Louisville.
Good job.
Gonna reload it.
All of you
I
from
would-
the South,
just
I'm
want-
sure know how to say it right.
I
You
do
can
want to
have
say this. I'm sorry, not sure. I just wanted to say we've worked really hard. That's why it's taken us a few months to find the right place, to make sure the costs were at a good price point, because we didn't want people not to come because it was so expensive. And so we feel as if when you see the price, you're going to be really pleased with it. We'll be posting that information as soon as we're able to. But I really am pleased with that. I love the place we're going to be at. And I think you guys will too. So I'm really looking forward to it. So happy that so many of you are here. I just got a note that Leslie McKinnon is coming on. She introduced us to Right to Know. She'll be here in a moment, I hope. But I don't know, does anybody else have any questions about anything? Because we'll be sharing a lot of stuff in the next few months, because we have now the next 11 months to get prepared for this. The application process I think is important in regards to our speakers. We'll have that process up for those of you that know people that you think would be great speakers for this. We'll be looking at that and have a committee together to choose them, and depending on what they bring to us that they want to share or what they can share about their knowledge base, we'll make sure that we have much good information that's going to come out of this.
And we also want to let all of you know too, I mean, we did, to piggyback off of what Alicia just said, is that we did spend a lot of time in locating this facility and pricing it. And not just that, but we know from the NAAP side, from experience with the conferences that we've had in the past, how important it is to have these little places where you can sneak away and connect. They've got a lovely outdoor area with a fire pit. We're going to have the entire second floor and maybe the first floor, depending on ticket sales, which we're anticipating we're probably going to sell out. So another thing, we want to keep you informed. So this is just one you don't want to miss. We're also going to be heavily covered by the media. So we're going to get a big blast there, some interviews. So we've just taken a lot of time to make sure that everyone, all of our attendees will have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Michelle, you have your hand up. Go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, thanks, Jennifer. Actually, 2 questions. And I realize this is plenty early, so they're like half question, half suggestion. Is there going to be a way to have book tables? Because I'm such a bookworm and I stock up when I go to in-person conferences. So I would love for there to be, some time or place set aside to see works, in this in all these topics. And the second question is there, within your idea of what proposals you'd like, a place for panels where groups of people that have already worked together on things can present together?
Yes and yes.
Good and good.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks,
Yes, we
Marcy.
need a place for authors. Absolutely, we want a place for authors. We love all the books. The books help us so much. And definitely panels. I'm a big panel person. I love listening to the different varying opinions about things. So we definitely will have a place for all of that. And Right to Knows very much promotes access to mental health, licensed mental health therapists. So there will be some components with therapists there as well. So we look forward to having some of our amazing therapists like Leslie and Jody and Brooke. I see Brooke is here somewhere. She was joining us, hopefully.
Joyce McGuire.
Yeah, thank you. And learning everybody's names. So it will be great, I think, to have everybody there for that. And also, I'm a non-practicing attorney, so there will be some legal stuff. I see Ellen is on here. I hope she comes and maybe might speak. So there'll be some legal things as well too.
I want to quick just share my screen so that you see this image and you don't forget it and you keep looking for it. And our little blurb, a summit uniting the adoption, assisted conception, and non-paternal event communities into one amplified voice to advance awareness and education, seek truth and healing, and foster connections and understanding. That's what we're going to be all about.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully you'll see this logo everywhere and it'll be embedded in your brain.
Mm-hmm. So exciting. I love that logo.
Yeah, it's a beautiful logo.
I can't wait to get the t-shirt.
Yes, so in the chat room, let's see, can you identify yourself in the chat room if you are from what community you're from? And if this is something you're definitely wanting to attend, just go ahead and blow us up.
Ellen said she'd love to come. She's in a noisy background room, so she couldn't answer that when I was talking about her, but she said she'll be there. So we're really excited to have Ellen. She's an attorney in the donor conceived or assisted reproduction area. So that would be great to have her. I think, so I see a lot of people talking about late discovery adoption, but there's also late discovery donor conceived. So I think those issues, I mean, that's the whole point of the summit, is to see how much overlap we have in the things that we face. So definitely late discovery.
Okay, I have a question. How far do we want to go into sort of law enforcement topics? And I'm thinking of IgG, investigative genetic genealogy. Is that something that's within the scope of this, or is that really outside of what we're looking to do?
It's a tricky topic. Might be a little bit more in the genealogy realm than in the sort of the impacts realm, but it's definitely something we can explore if there's interest.
I mean, if that's something we want to do, we do have a friend that is an attorney, and that's what he does. He works with the Indiana State Police. And he works on cold cases all day, every day. So that would be somebody that we could definitely tap into if we decide that that's a path we want to go down.
That might be kind of fun. I mean, I'm coming at it from, I go to like thriller writer and mystery writer conferences where we actually have the local FBI come out and teach us forensics. And more recently, that includes a little bit around genetics. So I was thinking of that, but maybe I don't know if that's where we want to go or not, but they've always been really interesting when they've done those sessions.
I love reading everybody's stuff in the chat. I got sidetracked.
Oh, Leslie's joined us.
Leslie!
Know what happened to my invitation, but I did not see it. And I'm in my jammies, so I had to get a little more dressed, but I'm glad to be here.
Well, we were telling everyone that it's because of you that we're here today. And so we wanted to say thank you to you.
Oh, thank you. This is my dream. This has been my dream for 25 years, and I am so thrilled to have these two worlds. We were with Alicia at lunch talking about how we're going to be so powerful. World, watch out. I just can't. I love it. Anyway, glad to be here. And so many faces. Yeah. I'm just looking around. There's Joyce. Yeah.
Although I think we might all have to not, maybe we could have a jammy evening. Since I'm so not used to having to actually, fully get dressed these days, since you only see people from the top up. You look lovely, Cassandra. Yeah. All right. Does anybody else have any questions or anything else you want us to try to pull in? You can always email our email. I'll put it in the chat. You can email us at any time. And Marcy, if you, for me, I'm always in the shower when I come up with my idea. So email us if you have a great, fabulous idea. Email us if you want to volunteer. We're going to be putting together communities for different not communities, groups for different projects to help us on different portions of it. And again, like I said, bring your significant other, because we definitely want to include them as well in all of this. And I'm so excited to have everybody join us.
Ditto here. We're excited.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this.
All. Yeah.
We're excited.
Everybody have a good evening.
Good night, everybody.
Happy DNA Day.
Happy DNA Day. So happy to see so many of you guys here. It's been nice.
Oh, this is
Glad you showed up, Leslie.
I know. Hello, goodbye, but hey.
It's nice to see you, though, even for a minute. Thank you for your sweet email.
You are welcome. You are welcome. Have you seen Alicia and I yet on Facebook?
Yes, we have.
I had a great time, and it was Marcus here too on this call. He was with us and for lunch. It was so nice. It was really, really great. And I can't wait to see topics that people want to, that are experts at or have knowledge of spoke on, to see what we're all going to be about, because we're going to be building this from top down, bottom down, or whatever. It's the whole thing is going to be what we are all about, what people bring into it.
Right.
So that's exciting to me. Total grassroots.
And with the number of fabulous heads and different angles we have, I mean, I think workshops and stuff when we are together are going to be mind-blowing, because we have so many different people that want to do their piece, but we'll get there. This is wonderful.
And just to answer Mark, no, you're not the only guy. The guys are in the minority. So yes, please bring your friends along. We would love to have more men involved.
Well, hopefully Jason, who we were just talking to today, he'll be there. We definitely are trying to get, how did his name just slip out of my head, Alicia?
John Moyer, maybe?
Oh, John, absolutely.
John will be there. I know that. We'll have
I'm going to bring my husband. He's going to do. He said he would. I don't know.
Oh, good. I already volunteered. I said that we're hoping to have Leslie's husband help with the significant others.
Yeah. He's
I mean,
excited.
Other people with MPEs, there will definitely be some men there with MPEs as well.
Yeah. I tried to get him to come to lunch today.
We didn't even bring this up, but we're going to have some like liberal arts type things going on too. I mean, I think we're going to have